Okay.
The Walking Dead.
All right. From The Walking Dead to the Casting Couch, the Dude Dads podcast. You guys probably remember a few years ago, 2 years ago, maybe, we had Carly Watkins Outdoors, big time fisherman, on with us. She came to us last time, but we made the trip. Plane ride, whatever, 3-hour trip here.
Bring us the fuck in. You know what I mean? Bring it in.
Yeah. Welcome back to Dude Dads. We're here with Carly and Sarah, who are fishing in the what?
The Poor Girls Open.
Poor Girls Open. That's right. All the woman.
Is it a fish or woman, or you just can say man because there's man and a woman? Has that been brought up?
I would say fisherman.
Fisherman, angler.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not a feminist. No. You don't have to say fisherman.
Feminists change that. Do feminists say women?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
They probably make a point to say that, but
and do
they only use certain colored lures? Is it just pink?
Are you
like a feminist would purposely not wear or use?
I only throw a rainbow lure. That's it.
The rainbow flippy floppy. Yeah. And are you guys a fan of the redheaded slut?
The shot?
The tuna red.
Yeah. That's like
it
like
sounds great. It sounds fun.
Yeah.
If I was a fish, I'd go after it.
Yeah. Tom knows about redheads.
Yeah.
I won't say slut, but
all right, so tell us, what was it called again? It's
the Poor Girls Open.
Poor Girls Open. How did this start?
I fished in it last year. I wasn't a big fan of the boat that I fished on, but when I fished with Carly and the girls in Tiki Lee's, they were telling me how they've always wanted to do Poor Girls, so we kind of just made it a plan to get all of that together for this year.
What is Poor Girls? It's kind
of like an offset from the White Marlin, because the White Marlin is the richest bill fishing tournament, and it's mostly men. So, and it's so expensive to get into depending on how many Calcuttas you get in. So the week after the White Marlin is the Poor Girls.
I like that.
Only girls.
Okay. It just shows men's superiority. Yeah. Once again.
There's going to be equal pay.
White Marlin, is it a charity like the Poor Girls is? Because the money, like a lot of the money that you raise with like sponsorships and stuff, a portion of it goes towards breast cancer research.
Nice.
Yes. So this is, it's a solely like breast cancer fundraiser pretty much, but for women who fish and can I don't want to say women don't make as much money as men, but it's just not all about the money when it comes to the White Marlin. It's a very rich tournament. It's a lot of money to get into. The Poor Girls is mostly charity raised and girls out there having fun who love to fish, and it's just more inexpensive.
What's the entry fee?
It just depends on the boat. Our boat, it's I think I would have to pull it up. You can have 6 anglers. Mm-hmm. I believe our boat is $500 for just the anglers. Right. And then there's different Calcuttas that you want to get into, and every entry level of each Calcutta is a different price.
Right, but you're not talking all in $30,000 like the White Marlin is.
No,
nothing like that.
No.
And where is this at?
It's in Ocean City.
Oh, it's in Ocean City too. And what's the target species?
It's mostly billfish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's very similar.
Very similar, but the billfish are catch and release, and then the Calcuttas are dolphin, wahoo, and tuna.
What is the rules on the release? How do you qualify that fish?
So the boat I was in last year, we didn't bring a single fish to the boat, so I've never personally experienced it. But you can't keep them on the boat. So from fishing that I've done with other boats, not tournament wise, you bring the boat to the side of the boat, and you have to record that it was caught, and then you put a flag up.
And so you don't measure it, you don't weigh it.
Nope.
So the prize is just how many?
Yep.
Okay.
Most caught
not
billfish. Yes.
Okay.
But all the other ones like the wahoo, tuna, and dolphin,
you kill them.
Yeah, you bring them in. It's based off of weight.
Yeah.
Weight and size.
Gotcha. Now, do charter captains discount you guys to fish in this tournament? Their normal charter fees? If a boat's usually $3,500 for the day.
It would be dependent on the charter.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was a thing between the captains. Hey, we're going to do these girls a solid since it's all charity. We'll cut our profit a little bit. Those guys don't make a shit ton of profit anyway. But
is there a woman charter? Is there a woman charter out there?
There could be.
I think there is.
That'd be badass if. I mean, our captain's cool, but that'd be pretty badass if it was like a captain that was a woman plus the mates that are women and then all.
Yeah.
Well, that was the nuance with us, like in the Tiki Lee's tournament, is that we were the first and only all-female captain crew team to fish in that tournament. And like years since, we are the only all-female team.
No way.
Yeah, so that was, and that's like, so Sarah, we met through our friend Kayla, who is also a captain. She runs a river charter, like guide service. So she has a jet boat. Her specialty is like smallmouth, striper fishing, snakehead fishing. So she runs a guide service and she's a captain. I'm in the process of getting my captain's license, but for the tournaments that we've done, we always run my boat. And yeah, we do everything. So that was sort of like the whole deal with us, and like we all got together. We all met a couple of years ago through a friend of ours. We were supposed to fish the Poor Girls tournament a few years prior with a few of our buddies, and that's how we kind of like all kind of got connected. And then that didn't happen. The boat that we were supposed to be on was having engine issues, and then instead of just saying screw it, like whatever. All the girls got together, we fished together to meet and like just hang out, hit it off. Cause like, it's kind of a niche thing. And we all like clicked right away, similar interests, hung out. And Sarah we met Sarah through Kayla, and then Sarah fished with us in the tournament last year. Cause our friend Rachel, she was getting married. She couldn't fish it. She just fit right in with the group. And we've been friends ever since.
So 6 women on a boat.
Mm-hmm.
All trying to work together. How does the hierarchy start? Women can be,
Women are way better than men.
Okay.
I fish tournaments with men. Let me tell you, the drama between men versus how we fish together.
Really?
Like,
I can see
we
that.
are so much more, our communication is better. The bickering, you would be surprised, like, it is so snarky with men.
It is.
When I fished the Tiki Lee's tournament one year, the guys would come up to me and like be bitching about each other, and I'm like, why are you telling me? Like, tell the person running everything. Like, I'm just here. I'm like just a body. I'm just a hand. But like us together, like we went through some shit last year.
Oh, it was
rough. The second day we went out, we were dealing with 4 or 5 footers in the dark, the wind, the tide, like everything was working against us. We're getting, just annihilated heading out in the morning. And like all of us, like we stay calm. Like we're like, it's just the coolest thing to like, just how well we all work together. And like,
I was asleep on the back through all of that, by the way.
On the beanbag?
Driving, trying not to kill us all. And like, losing my mind. And yeah, we finally get to where we were fishing. And Sarah's like,
oh,
we're
here.
Is everyone good? Like, I'm looking at the back, making sure I have all my bodies. And Sarah's like, dude, I just woke up. And I'm like,
yeah, dude, ain't nothing like a beanbag nap. I'm telling you.
It wasn't even a beanbag. I think
No?
I was just sitting, I can't even remember. Was I sitting on a cooler or sitting like just on the back seat? Yeah, the back, like bench seat.
Okay.
I just had my head down on my lap, and Jamie like hit me, and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm sleeping."
She thought you were down there praying.
She thought I was like, praying to the dear Lord, about to vomit. No, I was napping.
Dana are like soaked because I needed someone to like watch for crab pots up at the front because I can't see dog shit out
And
there.
this is just in the bay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The bay gets gnarly.
I know it does.
The bay can sometimes be worse than the ocean.
With, I think fair to say, less women anglers, who brought all the talent to know where to go? Is there like 6 girls showed up like, I got spots. I know how to run all these rigs, or like
all
one
of
person
us,
knew?
But definitely I would say like Jamie and her husband Ron, they run a light tackle charter companies, and they also they make custom rods, beautiful rods, JLS, shout out. But they have their spots obviously because they're out on the water all the time. Kayla, she's always like, she's super in with like spots and like other guys that run like charter services all the time. So like just getting feedback from them, they were nice enough to like let us know what's popping off, where to
This
go.
is for rockfish, right?
Yeah, and depending on the time of year too, that all depends on like what's happening, where they're biting, and what you're using, and all that kind of stuff.
Are you trolling in these tournaments or live lining?
For the Chesapeake Open that we just did on her boat, we were trolling was big, but then the Tiki Lee's tournament in the fall, That's mostly
Really
light tackle, drifting eels, jigging,
Okay.
like that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
And no girls, everyone's cool to pick up the eel,
I'm not going to have anybody on my boat that can't deal with it. Like,
You got to pick up the eel. You got to touch your own
I just think
fish.
about all the dates I've taken fishing. I'm like, oh, you want me to grab that worm? I'm like, I'll bait the hook.
yeah, no,
Not the right girl.
Yeah.
Not the right girl.
You know what's funny is I have this conversation with people sometimes while I bring you up, and I'm like, Carly Watkins, she's like a fishing influencer, blah blah blah, and they immediately go to like, oh yeah, right, like tits out, and I'm like, no, she's for real, like she's like a real fisher.
Yeah, there's a lot of women just not helping y'all. It's just ass and tits,
No.
If you're fishing with, especially for a tournament, like my boat is too small to have people that don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like I have a 25-foot center console. Like you need to know what to do. Otherwise, like you're not coming.
Do you feel like you'll be starting a movement of other women who want to get into fishing or don't have the confidence? They're like, if there's more women doing it,
I get hit up all the time with girls that like want to get into it more. And I think just the fact that I'm not like, none of us really, because Mel's a pretty big time. Like she posts. Like I've been slacking with the posting lately. Like I'm not gonna lie, but I think the cool thing about us not being that typical like outdoors, like just showing off our body for the sake of views, it does encourage other women to like want to be like that. Hey,
it's
like
not so intimidating.
Yeah, and I think we're down to earth, and like the fact that we do know what we're doing, and like we're doing everything. We're not just like going out on some guy's boat and like
taking a
picture with a fish that they like did all the work for.
Yeah.
That I think is like the biggest encouragement for other women.
When I think of women in certain genres, like say fishing or hunting, it's never the fact that I don't think women can do it. It's just you're not used to women being into such a nuanced thing. I think that's probably new for men. Like, oh, you're like really into that? Like you're going to geek out on that? Yeah.
Like
there's a lot, and it's changing.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, that wasn't a thing. Like not much, and you see more and more influencers, outdoors influencers, female that are like for real, right? They're not just like taking a picture with an animal or a fish or whatever in a bikini top and there's no blood on them. Now you're seeing a lot more real outdoorsmen. Yeah,
because I like hunting too, and Kayla, I mean, the only red meat that she eats is deer that she hunts.
Yeah, that's how we are too.
Yeah, I mean, I went down to Florida. I did a hog hunt. Like I was carrying around my AR-10, my 308. I shot that bitch on the run. And it was the first, the guy that we went out with. He was like, in the 14 years I've been doing this, you are the only girl that I've had get on the ground and actually like track. Because I hit her on the nose from the stand. She didn't die. She was a big bitch, and I had to go down, track her down, shot her on the run, and he was like, I've never had that happen before.
We say there might be a movement, it's always guys that are like, we're going to get a boat, so it's like, the barrier of entry now is a woman they just got to get a boat. So do you think there's going to be like a lot more women convincing their husband, like, yo, let's go get a boat? So the husband now has to get into it too?
Well, that's like you and Dave. Like, Dave would rather drink on a boat than fish on a boat,
Dave,
right?
I mean, yeah, he likes to fish. He is not like upset. Like, any hobby that I've ever gotten into, like I get obsessive about, so like he enjoys it. Yeah, like full tilt. So he likes to troll because he likes to drink on the boat. He likes to bar hop on the boat. You know what I mean? Like that's his like version of fishing. So yeah, I mean there he
is. Hello, dude. Oh.
So yeah, we actually like when we first got married, we bought this house, and instead of having a big wedding, I wanted to buy a boat. Yeah. So that's what we did.
Way better use of money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Especially when your friends do like, how much you spend on money? Like, $60 $60,000. I'm like, could have bought a boat.
And like talking about barrier to entry, like I'm a big kayak fisherman. Like that's some of my favorite type of fishing. So I'm big into snakehead, and like you almost have to have something either that like can get real shallow into real skinny water, or something like a fishing kayak. So it's like, don't let that, like, just the fact of having to get a boat or thinking that you need to have a certain type of boat to, like, do it. Like, you can do it.
That's what I'm thinking. It was like, sports-wise, it's like, where's the feeder program for women to step in? Like, all right, hey, look, just start with a kayak, and we'll start you there.
Or
and then,
you can even start from the shore.
Or just fucking get after it.
Start from the shore. Like, do your research. Listen to guys like you. Watch, YouTube videos. It's, like, all about, if they want to do it, putting your mind to it.
Yeah.
I learned how to tie a knot on YouTube. Like, that's how I learned how to tie all my fishing knots, is just watching YouTube videos.
Same.
I still learn how to do construction on YouTube. So.
That's how we remodeled our
I go to YouTube University pretty much every day.
Dude, same.
What kind of boat do you have?
I have a 38 Bertram Special.
Damn.
Okay.
That's like a for real boat.
Damn. That might be intimidating to some women. You know what I mean?
So nice. Like this last tournament, just to because the last, couple tournaments, we've been running my boat, and like just to be able to show up and like.
Peeing in a bucket. From peeing in a bucket to a bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm like.
Oh, we're big fans of the shiwi. Love that.
The
Love
shiwi. What's a shiwi?
It's like a funnel. Like you have pretty much have like our own wiener.
Yeah.
Mine's pink.
Yeah.
Mine's purple. And
That's awesome.
not only can I use it for fishing, but bodybuilding, because you can't screw up your tan, it comes in handy for that as well. So double use
because it is nice being a man. It's like, I'm just going to pee real quick.
Yeah.
Women with the boat, you're like, you got to lean over, get a little half in.
Yeah, lean over the side.
His favorite saying, if he's on the boat with us, is clams out. That's how, and then all the guys will turn. You just see them in unison. They turn towards the front.
You got to jam out with your clam out.
I remember my daughter, who's about to turn 13, she's grown up on the water and around all the things outdoors. And when she was little, she would just hang her butt over the side of the boat and go pee. And she's gotten older, and now she won't do that.
Oh,
so we're like, she's like, I got to pee. I'm like, go sit off the edge of the boat. She's like, no, I can't do that. I got pictures of you doing that.
If they haven't seen it yet, then they'll probably never see it. So just go.
That's very true. We've all seen a clam or two. It's funny because Charlotte, who's the girliest girl ever, who cheerleader, and she likes fishing sometimes. She likes crabbing. She will go with me hunting anytime, but she has no interest in pulling the trigger. And which is fine. I don't care. But the other side of it is she's been around all those things her whole life. She's not grossed out by she comes out to my truck and sees a deer I shot. She wants to come see it, and she'll touch it or whatever. But she just says, that's not for me. I'm not going to shoot, which is fine. But she's not grossed. At least she's not grossed by it.
I didn't get into it really. I mean, I've always been an outdoor, I was a tomboy growing up and stuff, but I didn't get into it until I was an adult. So I don't think age is not a barrier at all.
And that's what's going to happen. She's going to get a boyfriend in Smyrna at some point who hunts, and all of a sudden she's going to magically
she's gonna
hunting.
love it.
Yeah.
Don't you have a duck blind, Dad?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to redneck my daughter right now. I had her climb her first deer stand this past spring. She climbed 18 feet into a deer stand. I was like, hell yeah.
What is she, 3, 4?
3.
Yeah.
And so this year,
maniac.
I'm expecting 13, like you said.
She's
3.
Absolute
and I just put it in her mind, you want to shoot a deer, right? She's like, yeah, I want to shoot a deer because she likes deer burgers. I'm like, yeah, we'll get deer burgers, deer hot dogs. She's like, yeah.
But that's cool. Teaching them how to it's different when there's nothing like a fresh fish that you were literally just out on the water catching and then cooking it, and then same thing with hunting. When we went boar hunting, I didn't go after a trophy boar. I didn't give a shit because I was I want the meat. I want to. Yeah. So I'm there's just a different level of appreciation I think that you get for food, for meat when you are going out and getting it yourself.
That's what I'm trying to do with her. I'm trying to make sure. And I always make it it's not a choice. It's this is what we do. So as she grows up, she's like, this is normal. I'm like,
this is what we do.
This is normal for you.
That's what I mean about Charlotte. Even if it's not her thing to actually do it, she does think it's normal. It's normal to have dead animals laying around, and she does like to take dead things and bring them into the house and scare my wife. And because Pam will freak out if you bring in a dead duck. I remember one time I've talked about it before. Back in COVID, when we were virtual learning, my wife's a teacher, and she's teaching a math class on my computer. And I went duck hunting that morning. She's out with me. I'm picking mallards, and I clipped the feet off. And she took the 2 feet and went, while my wife was on Zoom, she goes behind her and just throws the mallard feet on my wife. And she freaks out. And Charlotte thought it was the funniest thing ever. I'm like, I wish I would have videoed that. That was incredible.
That's hilarious.
I had videos of her and my son bringing in a whole turkey in the house. And I videoed that. I hear my wife go, "No, not in the house. Come on, guys."
Oh yeah, I pulled in one day, and one of our neighbors is a good buddy of ours, and he likes to deer hunt, and he got a buck, and I pull in, and they have the thing strung up under my carport where I normally park, and I'm like, "Come on, guys, give me a warning."
A parking spot.
Jesus.
Are you guys helping steer the Poor Girls tournament at all? You're just participants in it.
Like, you're not up in, like, any kind of executive position in that tournament. You're just a participant.
How many women are showing up to this right now?
I would say, I don't know women-wise. I feel like
it's got to be like 100 teams, right?
Last year there was like 70 or 80 boats.
Okay.
Like
so
it's
times 6.
That's pretty good.
It's a pretty big tournament.
Yeah, I know it's big.
Women only, like 6 anglers per boat. Now, not every team. You don't have to have 6 anglers.
Yeah.
So some teams will have like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Just depending on who you want to fish with and how many people you want to split the cost with.
Yeah.
And you have allowed men in it.
No.
It's all women. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually they're captains or mates.
Okay.
So.
Can I identify as a woman and fish in it? You can't tell me. You can't tell me no.
I can.
No.
You're not.
I like that.
You can't sit with us. You're not on our team.
Yeah. We can tell you're not on our team.
Yeah. You guys should go after a Shiwi sponsorship.
I didn't even think about them.
That would be
Take some really funny
idea.
pictures, like peeing over the gunnel, like just enough so you could see a stream.
Maybe just knocking beer cans down. You know what I mean?
Should we target practice?
Yeah,
dude. How come a outdoors woman hasn't had a Shiwi sponsorship?
Dude, I got so good with it that on my kayak, like I can get it down the scupper hole. Like I'm freaking good. Like you get real good at it.
That might be the new trend.
I mean,
how good are you at your Shiwi? You know what I mean?
Shiwi,
the Shiwi challenge.
Yeah,
you know
but you have a head on your boat.
Yes.
Do you use it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, it was nice. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to have like.
Yeah, it's a game changer.
What would you say that women have on their boat that men don't? Like, what's a must for women to have on their boat?
Baby wipes for sure.
Baby wipes?
Yeah. Sunscreen.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Snacks?
Snacks.
Like
which are also snacks?
We got to talk about the Snackle box.
Yeah.
All right,
I brought one today.
My friend Jamie, she is like known for her Snackle boxes. I'm talking about like the best cheeses, our buddy John. So one year, the big stripers, the big females, they come in the wintertime. What's one of my favorite times to fish on the bay is during catch and release when the big 40-plus inchers come in, right? So it was hot. We were out almost every day. And so she brings her Snackle boxes. And one of our buddies, John, he came out and he's like this little fella, but like just super fun to fish with. But his nickname that day was Little Gherkin, like the Gherkin. So now anytime we talk about him, he is Gherkin.
Poor dude. Can you imagine having your nickname Little Gherkin?
He loves it. He loves it.
I just knowing I have a daughter, have a wife, so I'm like, dude, you gotta have snacks on deck. Like,
I would say the
that's a massive
is
difference.
Huge.
Because,
and spare clothes, like being prepared for any weather. I feel I always have either bibs or a rain jacket, extra socks. I feel like guys don't think about that.
Absolutely not. We think about cold fried chicken out of Royal Farms. Like, do you have everything? I don't know.
Yeah. Who's got the bag of fried chicken?
I got a bag of goldfish and some Slim Jims.
Yeah, that's I bet the women's snacks are top tier.
Yeah, when my husband and I first started dating, he would get a bag of Rofo chicken and then bring an extra T-shirt, and I'm like,
I bring a whole set of clothes to change into when I'm done.
I mean, I'm grateful for that too, because there was so Dave and I took the boat out one time. We were doing we were taking autistic and special needs kids out fishing. It was this big charity event thing, and it was awesome. And so all the girls were on my boat because I was the only female captain that was going out that day. And it was rough. All the captains kind of said, hey, I don't know if this is the best day to be taking these kids out, but I guess everything was already said and done. So they really wanted to have it happen that day. And thank God that I had the wherewithal to bring extra stuff. I just had a feeling, and these kids show up with nothing. I mean, because land weather is not the same as water weather, and so I had these girls outfitted in everything, water gear, all this stuff, and all the other. But I mean, none of the guys would think to do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So, that kind of stuff.
You gonna bring a hoodie for the ride out?
I've been caught too many times where the weather says clear, literally the radar is not showing a speck of rain. I was out bow fishing once, it poured, and of course it's the one time I didn't bring any of my rain stuff. Never again. I'll always have it.
Yeah, you talk about the weather. It's funny because I've had guys that don't fish that much offshore, and it'll be June, and you're like, oh, it's going to be 85 today. Like, and I'm in my hunting gear for the ride out at 3 a.m. because the water is 60 degrees, 70 degrees. It's cold on the ride out, and I'm on the beanbag, snuggled in, my bibs, my big jacket, hood up, and all that stuff. But then underneath is just my shorts, right? And they're like freezing in flip-flops, shorts, T-shirt. Yeah. Like, I know it was nice when we were at the dock, but it ain't nice out here.
That's how we went in April for rockfish.
Yeah, it was cold.
Yeah, I was in my legit duck hunting jacket. I was like, I know it's going to be cold out here for the first half of this day.
Yeah, I would say last year, like when we went out for Tiki Lee's, I remembered everything except for my bibs. And we got out this morning and I was like, it's cold. Like somebody, I think Kayla was like, I got an extra pair in my truck. Let's go.
Maryland in the Bay too. Like literally the first day of fishing, it was gorgeous. It was 90, hot. Like we're all in our tank tops and shorts. Literally the next day of fishing, we're in our full on like winter,
cold weather stuff,
rain stuff, layers.
Have you been on enough men's boats or charters where you're like, this is how they do it, this is how I think we should be doing it? You think there's things
some correction?
I think I've learned what to do and what not to do.
Yeah.
Would you elaborate?
So I think, especially like tournament fishing and recreational fishing are so different too. Like honestly, like tournaments are cool and they're fun, but they are also like, you get so caught up in the strategy of like what you have to do and like the rules and like what the criteria is for that particular tournament. It can be tough, but I think also just being able to make a decision and just follow through with it and not like pussyfoot around. Cause it's like, especially on the Bay, like you might have to do a haul. Like you might have, like if you're fishing one spot and like it's not like lighting up or whatever, I think being able to make quick decisions and like follow through with them. I think being prepared with like, if you're using like bait and stuff, like having enough, like you never know, like eels are pretty resilient, but sometimes those fuckers, they'll drown in their own slime or whatever. And like not having enough, like I've learned to definitely be prepared when it comes to that kind of stuff. I think just having enough tackle and gear, but also not overloading stuff or like being like cause sometimes you have to like narrow it in and like reel it in. I feel like guys sometimes like they get caught up in like either one idea and they can only see black and white and they can't veer from that at all. Like I don't know,
And like feeding off of that, like having an all girls team, it's like, let's talk about it. We come to a quick agreement. And then we change the plan. Like if it's not going the way we want.
Not being ego driven, like, cause I'm not going to sit here and shit on guys. Like I've been so grateful and so blessed to have like been taught so many things from men that were like willing to like take me out and just show me. But I think being receptive to like, if I want to go out and I want to learn and ask questions, like if I'm doing something stupid or if you want me to try something else, like by all means, like correct me, like make me better. I think a lot of guys get like, a little ego driven and they're like, oh no, I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like I think that too, like has been super helpful because I've learned so much from just like my experiences every time I go out.
I've felt that way on boats where it's just like the guy can't make it. So you're like, come on, man, let's try something different here.
Yeah. Like, especially like with them having a woman tell them what to do. Yeah. Like,
you still think that's a thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That
like
sucks.
Last year when I was in Poor Girls, it was a horrible experience. Not like the girls were fine. Yeah. I didn't know any of the girls. So on Facebook, they have a page called Poor Girl Hookup. So that's another thing for any girls that are like listening to this. If you want to find a team, I didn't know anybody. I just went on the page, commented on the little post that's pinned at the top. Hey, I'm looking for a team. Somebody commented back, said, we got room for a girl. Like, I'll send you all the info.
That's awesome.
I drove down.
Like, no, because
I drove down. Yeah, we don't know you.
We don't even I don't. And maybe it's a bad thing. I don't know. Like, there's people I don't want to fish with.
Right.
Like I'm not necessarily that you don't know what you're doing, but if you're offshore, you're stuck with them for 12 hours. With nowhere to go.
That's a big thing. And I got
you better
lucky.
have a good personality.
And they can't freak out. Like, I got to go back in.
Yeah, because it ain't happening.
It ain't happening. Like, you're going to have to go in the cabin and just
figure it out, bud.
Figure it out. But like that day, I learned a lot of like what to do and what not to do because I've never like the Chesapeake Open was the first tournament I did on my own boat, like my husband and I. So when we were in Poor Girls, the guy said from the day before they were having engine issues, but everything's fixed. So we go all the way out and I'm watching all of his radars and the screens and stuff. And I'm trying to learn and he has all these spots like pinned and I'm like, what's the plan? What are we doing? And he's like, I got it. And I'm like, okay, well, it's not my first rodeo. So like, if you want to like chat, like I know what you're talking about.
He didn't pick up that you just wanted to learn.
Yeah, like I'm like I know what you're talking about. Like I do this stuff. So like, let's, I'm just curious. Like, what is your game plan? What are we doing? What are we going for?
Those are the guys that like
the why,
Yeah. And like, we didn't hit any spots that he had marked. And I was like, why wouldn't we go to those spots? And he was like, I want to try new spots. And I was like, well, I paid a lot of money to like, I want to catch fish. So if you know where the fish are, let's go.
Yeah, like, he's using it as a recon mission.
Yeah, and it was annoying because the boats can fish all 3 days. Mm-hmm. The girls can fish one day. So he had two separate teams.
Oh, really?
So usually each boat has 2 separate teams, and then they leave one day as like a rain day. Right. So like right now we're fishing on Thursday. If the rain, like the weather is shit, our backup day is Friday, and then our boat has another team for Saturday.
Okay.
If we have good weather and they don't have it for Saturday, then they'll fish Friday. But
gotcha.
His wife's team was fishing the next day, and he was like, I'm scoping out new spots. And I'm like,
oh, hell no.
For your wife's team? Like, I'm here too. Like, we have our own team. Like, these girls want to fish. I want to fish.
As much?
Yeah, so like, we ended up putting like a whole, like, we tried everything. It wasn't hitting. And sometimes the bite's just like that.
Yeah.
But we put out a whole tuna spread, and he had one of the mates go down in the bilge, and they were like kind of whispering about stuff. And I'm like, what's going on? Are we okay? Like, what's going on with the boat? He's like, yeah, everything's fine. Flipped the bilge on and dumped a whole bilge of oil all over the tuna spread. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh,
and he was like, oh, it's fine. Like, we're plenty of, miles offshore. We can do that. And I was like, they don't want it now. Like, they don't want they don't want the spread. Like, you ruined the spread. Like,
do you want to say whose boat it was? Do you want to say?
Can I?
We don't.
It was WAP.
Oh, I don't know that.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Well, who are you fishing with this year?
The WAP flopped on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it was. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, it's okay. Like, it's legal when you're this far out. And I was like, I don't give a shit.
Gonna eat. Or
now you have to bring in the whole spread. Like, it's all covered in oil. Oh. And he was like, no, it's fine. We continued to like roll around for like 2 hours, and I just sat there with my fucking arms crossed. Like, I was like, I'm fucking pissed. Like, bring it in. Let's put something else out.
This was last year?
This was last year.
So you got to make sure, as a woman, you get on a boat, if there's a male captain, we understand who's got authority here. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we're not here to experiment later or recon for some other team later.
And so we're fishing with Hopper this year. Okay. The captain's Dave Midget. And then my neighbor that lives across the street, her son is the mate on Hopper. So I know Derek, he's the mate. I think there's another guy. I don't know him, and I haven't met Dave personally, but we've chatted on the phone about, what us girls expect in this tournament and what we're looking for and what we're looking to bring out of it. I mean, we're not like looking to win first prize, but like we want to catch fish.
Yeah, you want to compete, right?
We want to compete. We want to catch fish. We want to go to the scales.
Yeah.
If we get lucky and we, bring home some money, that's great. That's awesome. We're doing this mostly for the experience and for charity.
Yeah, because that was me just being a business owner. If you girls were coming on my boat, I'm like, you guys pay a lot of money. This is obviously your boat today. You tell me.
Not to mention, like, it would be good, like, just business.
Yeah.
Like, then you might fish with them again or recommend them, like, for maybe not a tournament, but just a charter in general.
All that
now
shit's
it's
word of mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's
some guys are guys. They just literally did not get the training. You know what I mean? They didn't get the memo on how to treat women, or they just have, like you said, the ego. You know what I mean? That sucks that someone else is trying to experiment on spots while you're trying to get fishing done.
Well, and like you said, like, just to, like, underestimate, like, women, especially, like, this is not our first day. Like, I'm not a huge offshore fisherman. Like, I don't do it often, but I know enough, and like I'm experienced enough as an angler to know like what we're talking about here. Like, I run a boat. Like, I know how this stuff goes. You know what I mean? Like, I troll enough here where, like, yes, it's on a bigger scale, and like I've been offshore, and not, you know what I mean? So, like, don't treat us like we don't know what we're doing. And I'm sure, like, there's a lot of teams where there are girls where this is their first time, or they just want to have fun or whatever, and that's fine. But, like, read the room, you know what I mean?
I guess you have to be careful. Even men, I guess you say with a captain, you have to be careful that they're not going to use you as a paid you paid all the money, and then he gets to go out and fish.
Scout for
on your
not every
get to go
girl
fish on your money.
Exactly. Not every girl is out there to be like, look at me, like I'm out here fishing. Like some girls are like very passionate about fishing, love fishing, want to catch fish, and just want to learn. Like I feel like that's a big downfall for more women trying to get into this sport.
Ooh, it sounds like the poor girls got to have like an approved list. Like, hey, here's the captains we've approved.
There's a lot of good captains.
You know what I mean?
And that's not taken away from
about
like
the outliers for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of good captains, and like Carly said, I've fished with a lot of guys where they, you just learn a lot.
Yeah,
it's just.
Treat
me with the same respect as if I had a penis, It's like it's simple.
To that like education, I think, is like the biggest thing. And I think when we were talking about just what makes girls unique or like fishing together as a team, like one of the big things I think is so cool is when we fished the Tiki Lee's tournament, like you had never met us before, but like just the amount of teamwork and like how much everybody, like we all have our strong suits and our strengths and like all like what we brought to the table. Like I provided the boat and a lot of the, like the gear and things like that. Like Kayla and I both kind of had sat down and been like, hey, we both know how to run the boat. Like that'll be our job. Like we're not worried about fishing. We'll get everybody else set up with that. Like we'll get us to where we need to be and like worry about running the boat in that aspect. And then people will, bring food or bring tackle or bring whatever it is that we need. And like the next day, like when we had our game plan, like after we fished the one day, we knew, okay, this is our plan for tomorrow. Like, we're going to need more eel. Like, literally, it was like 20 minutes before the captain's meeting, and we're like we're freaking the fuck out trying to get more eels because like some of them died or what, I don't know. And I'm calling Sarah, who I've never met before, and I'm like, hey girl, I was like, can you get this, like, you know what I mean? Like, just the fact that we all had something to bring, I think is really cool. And I think that's what kind of sets. I wouldn't say like women from men, but like just the amount of participation and like, and also being willing to accept help. And I think delegation is a big thing. I think guys have they struggle with delegating because if somebody's in charge or somebody's running or whatever, that's what I've noticed when I fished with guys is like a lot of them, whoever's like in charge, they have a really hard time with being like, okay, so you do this, you do this, you do this. Like they want to make all the decisions or
because when you
do everything.
If you get talking like about offshore stuff, it is a team sport. I mean, you got to have guys who know how to run a cockpit, a guy that knows how to run a boat when there's fish on, and or you, God forbid you get multiple knockdowns at one time. Who's clearing rods? Who's fighting fish? Captain knows where everything is, where the current's coming. All there's a lot of moving pieces, so it's like. You almost don't have a choice. You have to let go of something.
And that's stuff you gotta determine that before you launched. Like say, hey, this is our team today.
When this
Who's
happens.
good at this? Who would like this? Is the parts I need? Who wants to take these parts? I'll help with this. What do you expect from me?
We all like kind of sat down and came up with a game plan, and we we kind of determined like, hey, if someone hooks up, like if you're not on. Reel your shit in, like grab the net and like help that person land this fish. Yeah, like don't, like we need everybody like to be, because again, my boat is small. We got to be like on top of everything and like knowing what's going on.
You're in the way.
So for most women right now, you guys are like more in the information and learning stage. Like you guys are looking to learn from people because it's mostly men. Chartered boats.
When he says you guys, he doesn't mean you two.
Yeah,
he means,
I'm saying the whole women's right now. Women that are getting into fishing are looking to learn right now. Because as a man, I'm thinking, yeah, cool, go fish. But I'm like, oh yeah, they probably want to first learn.
Well,
and then you have a bunch of men with egos who are like, we're just trying to fucking learn here.
Because there's not multiple generations.
Reach out to us. You know what I mean? Like, find women that are like into it or like-minded or whatever. Because I will tell you, like from personal experience, like. If you were to hit up like Sarah, me, Kayla, or just go like hire someone like Kayla who runs a guide service and like learn from her. Like she's been fishing literally since she's like been out the womb. Like her dad is a commercial fisherman.
Is this the girl we hunted with?
No, that's Rachel. But she's also
was her husband or boyfriend?
Her husband is a big boat fisher.
That's right. Okay.
Is she the only women's captain local? Like how many women are running boats that women can go learn straight from another woman?
I mean, probably her.
Minimum,
like I said, I'm in the process of getting my captain's license, but even if it was just for fun, like I'm so like happy to like take someone out that like is serious and like wants to actually like I'm not like, that's the thing though, is like if you want to do it, like this isn't like I'm very serious about it. You know what I mean? So we're not going out on the boat and like getting tore up and like, you know, like when I'm fishing, like I'm not even drinking half the, you know what I mean?
Same.
Like if I'm on my, especially if I'm on my kayak, because a lot of times I'm going by myself, but like one of my girlfriends, this is a very similar like situation to that. So she never fished before. She saw that I was getting into it and she like wanted to start doing it too. And she was awesome. Like we went kayak fishing and then like I would teach her things. I would get her, you know, lures and stuff, set her up with all that kind of stuff. She would like text me and ask me questions like, hey, what should I do for this? Or she sent me a picture one time. She's like, what is this fish I just caught or whatever.
That's awesome.
And like
ChatGPT.
I know. But I was like, I fucking love that. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
And now she's out there doing it on her own. Like, you know, so that's cool.
The
like
Poor Girls tournament is a good feeder program for more women's captains. You know, get them into fishing.
Yeah.
And then eventually they get their own
there's
boats.
just a generation gap. That's all.
So maybe in like 10 years, you'll have 10 more, you know, women's captains out there who can then teach other women. There's less egos out there, you know.
Like Ron and Jamie. I mean, like Ron and Jamie, like they work as a team, and Ron's usually the one running the boat. But like they make custom rods. Jamie's out there with them. She's like the first mate. You know what I mean? So they're great, especially if you want to learn like light tackle, which is my preference. Like I can troll. Like we trolled for the Chesapeake, and like I know enough about it to like I can set up the rig. I know like my husband had just been out the couple days prior, so I was asking. I was like, hey, like where, like how long were you like putting the lines out? Like what was your spread? What was your setup? What was working? And so he was like, all right, like 7 bars on this one, 9 bars on this one. So like I can get it set up. It's just not personally what I like to do to fish. Like I'm very ADHD, so like I need to be doing something. So I like, like I prefer light tackle. I prefer fishing with lures. I that's why I like snakehead fishing so much, because it's like bass fishing, which I like. I like that style. And that's why I love catch and release during the wintertime, because it's a lot of jigging, which like I like that type of fishing.
You're active the whole time.
Right. So like just finding, you know, and like that's, I think a lot of people have this like stigma that like fishing is super boring, because they think of like, you know, going out with their grandpa and like live lining with a bobber. Like that's boring as shit. Like come out with us. Like I guarantee you if the bite is on fire, like during catch and release in the wintertime, like you might freeze your ass off, but you're going to have a fucking blast.
Oh yeah. And if that doesn't hook you, nothing will.
What's the prize money at the Poor Girls?
I would have to look it up.
Yeah. Is it pretty good? I mean,
it's pretty good.
Hundreds of thousands?
Not hundreds of thousands. That's like more white marlin, but
100?
I would have to look it up, because it's like it's just like not what I'm interested in. You know, like I don't even look at the dollar amount. And when we did the Chesapeake Open, I was like, we're not even looking at, you know, the main dollar. I just want to catch the fish and I want to go to the scales. Like that's what I'm like looking for, especially in these tournaments. Like it would be awesome. Yeah. But it's like, it's just not on my mind. Like I don't fish like for the money.
Yeah.
That's like me hunting. If the buck comes, the buck comes.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if this doe stands here long enough, I'm going to put something in the freezer.
Right. And that's like for girls that are learning, like there are so many good charters to even just test out. Like fishing can be a very expensive hobby if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Go out on a charter or two and learn from somebody and see if you actually like doing that shit for hours on end. Like you're going to be out there all day on a charter. If you don't like being out there all day, maybe you just like light tackle from, shore.
Yeah. Did someone get you into fishing, or did you get yourself
I've been fishing since I was a little girl. My dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
See, that's the generation thing. It's like your dad got you into it.
Yeah.
And do you have kids now?
No kids.
You don't have kids or no?
I have a stepdaughter.
Okay. So, like, does she fish?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, did she get into fishing because of you?
No, her dad, my husband.
But, like, that's what I mean. Like, that's the next generation is going to be, it's going to even be more so, which I think is awesome.
Yeah. And, like, when my husband and I first started dating and he's like, do you want to go out fishing? I'm like, duh.
Yeah. That's awesome.
We go out fishing.
Like, got a boat? Yeah, I'll go on it.
Yeah. And he's like, he'll tell anybody, he's like, that girl loves fishing more than I do.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I want to do.
Is there, so we're talking girls, so like, what about the gear? So you guys like, is there a particular, like, oh, we gotta have this brand, or like, you just gear it out like.
But your outfits match too,
I have 32, frog togs, all different colors.
I mean, you gotta look good.
Yeah, you gotta look good.
If you don't look good, the fish don't like you.
So I will say, like, I like quality, especially for weather shit. Like, so, and that shit gets expensive too. And
it does.
There's a very select amount of brands that, like, it's not so much about like how it looks, but how it fits.
Yeah.
Because a lot of shit is made for men. And so it doesn't fit you well, or it's real bulky. Like I literally just bought it's made for ice fishing, but it's Striker brand, but they make stuff for women that isn't like, it's insulated as, I mean, it's literally made like if you fall through the ice, it has a built-in flotation, like it's a whole thing.
Wow.
But it's not this, you don't feel like you're the Michelin man, like walking around, like it's actually made for women.
So if you walked into Cabela's or Bass Pro, is there much for women for fishing?
I think there is.
I mean, like the waders and stuff, like if I'm duck hunting or whatever, like I've gotten from there. But like it's more so I want fit over like style. Like you know what I mean? Like, so it doesn't really, it doesn't really make a difference to me. Like, the appearance of it, but like there are certain brands that I like more than others.
Have you ever heard of Avail?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, the guy who has the what is it? Life
by the Bow. My husband and I watch that show.
We had him on the podcast.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. My husband and I love their show.
Yeah, we had him on the podcast. It was when she was like days away from having her baby.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because like Stephanie, we're like, well, where's she at? She's like, she's not feeling it. Like she's like her due date's in like 2 days. She's laying down, whatever. But super cool dude. He actually stayed on. We did a video.
Probably 45 minutes after.
Yeah, like legit 45 minutes after, just bullshitting. We talked social media. We talked because his background is filming outdoor shows.
Yeah.
That's what he did for a living before he had Life by the Bow, and so like his stuff is top tier. But so we're like just all in on listening to whatever he had to say. But I'm with you. I watch that.
And that's another thing for people trying to learn. Like, I watch that show religiously. Yeah. Like, I learn a lot from them.
Yeah. So they have good gear. They have a lot of female stuff because his wife, they're like kind of like partners or whatever.
Yeah,
she
does a lot of the design. I have some of their apparel.
Yeah, I have a shirt. I have a fillet knife from them. It's just nice stuff. The shirt's super comfortable, fits great.
I'll definitely look.
Sounds like there's a lot of room for growth in the women's department.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
How come Carly Watkins doesn't start a line of something?
Yeah.
She should.
Yeah.
She's busy.
The Watkins wear. You know what I mean?
Watkins wear.
Oh,
shit.
My life has opened up a little bit the rest of this year. So, like, I'm hoping to, like, have a little bit more of my outdoor content. It's been Carly Watkins indoors at the fucking gym for the last, like, since August of last year. But no, I'm looking forward to, like, getting back out there.
Do you flounder fish in Ocean City?
I have, yeah.
You don't. Like,
that was like one of the first things that like I did like growing up was
flounder fishing out there.
Yeah,
because you guys have had that house for a while, right? Your family.
They bought it in like the 60s. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Oh, yeah.
And dude, that is a prime location because you can get everywhere. You could great fishing, great bars, like sandbars, everything.
My dad literally so my grandmother will be 94 this year. She's still doing great. But it's her house, and they literally just went through because him and my aunt, like they're not always like the most symbiotic as siblings, but he made my grandmother in the will say that like he has like claim over like they'll split whatever like the proceeds if they ever do sell, but like if he wants to keep it and she wants to sell it, like he has the right to keep it because we're never getting rid of that place. No. I was like, fuck no, like it's like. It's so expensive now to go there. Like one of my patients, he was telling me they were doing like a guy's trip over the weekend, and what he was telling me that they were paying for like a cheap ass motel in Ocean City.
Bananas.
Absurd.
I know.
Yeah. It's diabolically expensive.
That's why I'm across the street in a camper.
So thank God we have that place.
And you guys don't rent it, right?
They used to rent it back in the day, like my grandparents did, but not anymore.
Because that's probably $20,000 a week.
I know, but like. The fact that we could just pick up and go, like, is so nice.
How far can I make it on a 20-foot John boat around that area?
You can get all the way down.
That's why everyone has pontoons, because it's so, like, the water there is so skinny in some areas, like, and the channels change constantly because the sandbars are always moving, that, like, you want something that can, like, get up in like
because
the real.
at Treasure Beach, I have my 20-foot bass tracker John boat, and I'm like,
that's actually like perfect.
Yeah, well, great, because I'm gonna go right past Harpoon Hands, go out and start exploring.
Yeah,
where to fish.
It does get rough out there.
Just be careful and just watch like your like the channel and stuff, because like with our boat, even though it's a center console, they call it a hybrid. It was big in like Florida, and it's slowly made its way up north, but it's made to be like a great boat to like, just bar hop and stuff, but it's also a fishing boat, but it can draft 14 inches, which is rare for a bay boat. But back there, like we have to be like super careful.
That's the same as my boat is a bay boat. So shallow hull, I think I draft about that 15 or something like that. And, I've taken them over the bow out there, like going, if you like, cause you're out in the middle to go under like Route 50 and Route 90, and it gets pretty gnarly out there.
Yeah, especially like close to the inlet. Sometimes like you actually get out into the ocean and it's super calm, and the inlet is like fucked. It's so rough. Like we've gotten almost like swamped like a couple of times, especially because all the crosswake, if it's a really busy day, like in the inlet, like it's like
when those sporties come through there, just
so
blasting through.
The big boats would be a problem for me.
Yeah, and
back where we are though, in that part of the bay, it's usually fine. It's as you get closer to the end, like if you were to go up that way, that's where it gets a little bit
and I don't drive
more
fast.
sketchy.
I just can't risk my kids flying forward on my boat after I hit a sandbar. I go slow in case I hit something.
Because even when the channel gets close to shore on like the east end, it's still like crazy wavy there. You know what I mean? Just with cause you think like, well, the shore's right there. It's 100 yards away.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty bad. It can be, and the boat traffic is the problem. Really.
Yeah, the boat traffic I think is like what makes it like really bad.
Yeah, all the wakes and you'll have a guy just.
Eventually, I'm upgrade this boat, but
Well, when we so the air show was over the weekend in the harbor, which is like that never happens. They're like doing a tour for the 250th anniversary of America and stuff. So that was badass. Normally we like every year we'll do the Naval Academy over in Annapolis, and that's like treacherous because it's over by the Bay Bridge. All of that crosswake from the amount of boat traffic that goes out there, it's unreal. So coming back from the harbor, I mean, it's right out, our creek, you hang a left and you're right there. But yeah, coming back from that was a little sketchy too.
What would you say is going to be my target species out there in my boat? Like, what am I going to be going after?
Flounder.
Yeah.
Just about it. Safe waters.
I mean, honestly, like depending on the time of year, if you have a bow, you could get some skate out there.
Ooh. Yeah, and rays and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rays are good to eat too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some of that from John one time. They're delicious.
They make their way in the bay here.
Okay.
And actually during the Chesapeake Open, I was so mad. I was like, I wish I had my fucking bow, because we saw this giant ray, and I was like, it was right there.
It was huge.
I was like, God.
Just a big old trash can lid target.
I would have, and like, it was such a slow day of fishing that day. I was like, that would have like made me so.
Well, I would be, as a man, I'd be excited for you to show me around those waters, and learn from you. Because I don't know anything.
Well, I'm not super familiar with the water like that, down there, but I definitely, I know enough.
Do people flounder fish in that canal that you're on, where Harpoon Hands is?
I don't know.
Do people drift
I think
that?
So.
Yeah, I'd imagine there's flounder in there.
Yeah. A buddy of mine, he's pretty knowledgeable. Like Carl, he lives on the eastern shore, and so he flounder fishes quite a bit. So I could ask him because he would know.
And there's the drop off before that we went underneath the bridge. That went to like 20-foot drop off right there.
You mark all kinds of fish there.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of traffic's in and out of there though.
It is a lot of traffic.
But there's always guys fishing off the side there too though. That's why. You've never done an offshore tournament?
I've never done a tournament. No, I've been offshore.
Yeah. So I've heard. I'm not saying this is you guys. But I've heard that sometimes there'll be some little scandalous stuff between mates and female team members on some of these boats. You ever heard that?
I mean, I'm sure it happens, but all of us are... I mean, the only person I could see that happening with is Mel.
Yeah.
Where's Mel at?
Well, I know, she's busy waxing booty holes.
Oh, is that what she does?
She
Was it
does.
esthetician or something?
So she owns her own company in Baltimore.
Bro, they make so much money.
In Greektown. And she's phenomenal.
Crazy.
Dave walked in, like
Please don't say Dave got his asshole waxed.
No. I was there, and there's a really good pizza place across from her shop down there, right? And he grew up in Baltimore, so we went and got pizza before my appointment with her. So I get to my appointment and he was like, hey, Mel, do you want pizza? Like, we just came from blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh my God, that'd be great. So he was getting her pizza. He walked in and we're like, oh, you can come in, you can come back. And I'm like legs up, like asshole spread, and she's waxing my ass. And he's like, I'm just going to set this here and I'm going to go. And
I'm no longer hungry.
It was so funny. She's like,
Dave, you should be thanking her.
You're next, Dave. Get on the table. And he's like, I've seen enough.
So I have a funny story about a guy that you know too. I wasn't there. Pam, and when she was in high school, we have a friend, Alan, who's pretty hairy everywhere. And she said, yeah, when we were in high school, we were all hanging out, and we just nared Alan's butt.
Oh, my God.
And I still bring up that story to him.
From that shit.
Yeah.
His mom did it because he's real hairy, too, and burned the shit out of himself with that.
My old foreman, way back in the day, he bodybuilder, and he's Italian, super hairy, like come me wear like the mohair sweater, and he nared his whole body, nipples, and for the show, and he said his nipples bled for a year. Like when his shirt would when he would work masonry, he's a bricklayer. His shirt in the summertime would rub his nipples, and they would just start bleeding. And it just did that on and off. He said it was a whole year of my nipples bleeding.
It's gnarly. Yeah, you got to shave. Like
the things girls go through to fish, you know.
Well, and I was just about to. Like, that's what got me
bubble.
Thinking. I was like, you know what's cool is like, yeah, we're not like our style is not like the bikini girl just showing up on a boat and like, you know, taking a picture with a fish, but I love that we all still are so like just like we're into like hair and makeup and so, like you can do both. Like you can
100%.
still be a girl, quote unquote, like a typical like into girly shit. Like I'll have them over, we'll drink wine and like, you know, do what girls do.
Yeah.
But then we can also
let's go fish.
You also go gaff a tuna in the head.
Eel, you know, thing. And oh my God, like after the tournament, I knew this was going to happen too because it's my fucking nightmare. I have this irrational fear that there's going to be a snake in my toilet all the time. Like at night if I have to pee, I always turn the light on because I'm convinced that there's going to be something in the toilet. So at the end of the tournament, one of my live wells, it wasn't draining, and I was like, I fucking know what happened. I know that one of these bitches didn't cinch the bag, like the mesh bag, and I bet you an eel got down there. So I'm sitting there plunging. Sure enough, this thick ass eel comes coming out of the drain, and I was like, this is my fucking nightmare. This is my fucking nightmare. And I grabbed the bitch, and I'm like, I threw it over the boat, and I'm like, Kayla, this is literally my nightmare. This is what I think is going to happen.
I've had minnows get stuck in mine, but not as bad as a year ago. We were flounder fishing, and I put the minnows in the live well instead of like putting them in the bucket in the live well.
Yeah.
And then forgot to take them out. And like two days later, and my live well lid is, you know, glass, so just the sun beating it.
Right.
And I looked, and it was just like gray water and foamy. And I'm like, oh my, and bleach, everything, trying to get that smell out. Ugh.
Oh, there's been so many times where I've like cleaning off the boat or whatever, and like something will be sitting there, like a bunch of beer cans that have just been like sitting there, like festering, and like I've dumped quite a few things like dry,
or like
heating.
Gulp. Like my son left just a gulp in the live well, and for a couple days, and when I opened up that thing, it was rancid inside that live well.
Well, Sarah's a big cat fisherman, so
dirty girl. Okay,
I love that shit.
The stinkiest, gnarliest shit ever.
My secret bait.
Yeah. What's your secret bait?
I'm going to be telling everybody.
Liver?
Shake and bake.
Chicken liver soaked in something or another?
It's chicken breast with red Kool-Aid and garlic powder.
Ooh. Really?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to try that. I'm going to test it out.
Is there a rite of passage for women when you get a women on a boat? You're like, all right, grab that eel. And then you just stare at them like, we're going to do it or you're not. You know what I mean? Like, is there something like that with new women coming on boats? Like, hey, you say you want to be a fisherman. It's time to put up or shut up.
So our friend Emily that's fishing in the Poor Girls, I've fished with her for the past couple years. They've never met her, but she was like, Sarah, I want to go to the Poor Girls. I want to do it. And I'm like, you got to touch a fucking fish.
She don't touch fish?
She just touched her first fish when we were in Chesapeake Open. And I told her, I said, you're not getting on my boat and going in this tournament if you're not going to touch an eel and bait the hook or touch a fish.
Right.
and she was grabbing the eels, and it was her first rockfish too. Like, because
awesome.
when we go out, like, I like rock fishing. I would personally rather catfish because it's just a bigger fight. It's more fun to me. And like, she won't touch a catfish, so she's like, take my picture, and I like hold it up.
Oh,
but I broke her of it. I definitely broke her of it. I was like, you're touching a fish and you're touching an eel. And then
that's awesome.
Now she's like even more stoked.
And catfish are like, you can lip a catfish, but they bite you. Like, they try to bite you.
Oh my God. They will like rip your thumb off. I have like a scar. It's on one of my hands. It's on this finger just from the spine.
Oh yeah.
Stabbing my finger, and it's like my finger swelled up. Dude. I don't know what it is about the fish, but if I lip a fish, my whole hand will swell like my thumb.
Really?
I don't know what it is.
Fish poison.
I love hearing that you guys, like, you know, I always talk to my wife Candace about this. Like, I love, because one of my goals is to get her on a rockfish. I was hoping this year we were going to get. I want her to know, just like other women, like, I want you to know what it is guys are so into. And I just want her to feel the rod go, and just like, I know. Once she feels that, she's like, I fucking get it.
Yeah, it's like the adrenaline.
Dude, like I said, catch and release, like when they get to be like the real big ones, and especially on light tackle, when you feel it, like, honestly, the best feeling in the world was like catching one of them, like I think she was 45 inches, but on top water, and literally seeing
blow
like
up.
Oh my God, you see the blow up, you feel, I mean, the rod tip just bends, and you're sitting there, and like you're setting the hook and like reeling it in, and I mean, like we have this, like, especially when it's like peak season, it's like we call it striper thumb, because like our thumbs are just destroyed from
lipping big rockfish.
But like, there's nothing, and like that. So honestly, what made me fall in love with it was my first snakehead. Like on my kayak, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but when I hooked up to that thing and the fight that when I finally landed it, I was like, I get it. Like, I understand.
That's the feeling I want my wife to get. I want her to know what it is that I enjoy out there. I don't know if she's thinking we're just out there, you know, hitting beers and just hanging out. I want her like, nah, get ready for this ride. Like, I want her to feel that little tap and just like get like, oh yeah, get ready.
It's like when you shoot it, you know, and like people get the shakes out. It's like that feeling, like that adrenaline dump of just like, oh my God, like, and you're just, there's nothing like it.
Yeah, that's why I had the whole family went out drum fishing this year, and it was a really nice day. And
I love drum.
I hooked one. I told Pam, I was like, come fight this fish. And she was like, me? I'm like, yeah, come fight it. And it was a nice drum, like 40 pounds-ish. And she got to fight it, you know what I mean, like do the thing. And then she's like excited and like take my picture, and you know what I mean. And then I dropped it on my foot. Did you see that on Facebook?
Yeah.
It was fucking horrible. You ever caught a drumfish?
No.
So their dorsal fin they're huge, and they're like almost like the size of like skewers, right? And my son, who's 8, picks it up out of the net, and he can't get it all the way up because it's so big. So I'm going to grab it from him, and they're slimy, disgusting fish. Disgusting. And I went to grab it, and it slipped out of my hand, and the dorsal fin fell on top of my foot, and I had 5 perfect punctures.
Oh, my God.
For my dumb ass bare feet. Never have bare feet on the boat. Always have my hooks on or something.
Yeah.
And it just stabbed, and it was blood instantly, like pulled in the corner of the boat. And Pam's like, you got a first aid kit? And I was like, you know what, I don't. That's dumb. A dumb
You'll
decision.
have it on a girl's boat.
Yeah.
That's like a typical
I
guy
had a
thing.
clean towel and fresh water, my drinking water, and we poured that on there. And I'm like thinking fish poisoning. I'm like, I'm not losing a fish or a foot over a fucking dumb drum. So
dude, I keep antibiotics because I'm a dental hygienist, so like all my prophylactic stuff, I keep that shit on. I have literally everything. Yeah. I have literally sewed my neighbor's eyebrow like closed when he was drunk and fell on a curb. Like, I have everything.
Yeah,
I'm
see,
I'm not going to be like out where, you know, it's going to take the Coast Guard however long to get to me and be, you know.
When we go duck hunting, and let's say if we use, like last year, this past winter, Jerry brought someone else's boat. I'm like, here we go. Do we even have anything? That's another guy's boat. I'm like, is that a fucking 2-stroke? I'm like, here we go. What's going to be the startup process on this bitch?
We were good. Beater.
Dude, I've been to so many duck hunts where it's like, is that starter fluid? Is that fucking hood's coming off?
That was our first boat, our 21-foot Mako. Yeah. We had to keep steering. We had to keep everything on just because it had a slow leak, and I mean, it was a 2-stroke, and like. It was always like so much fun starting it up at like a big dock bar where everyone's watching and you're just like blowing like smoke everywhere. We rigged up an umbrella as like our awning just so that we'd have some like shade cover. Like we literally went to Home Depot
and
like ratchet strapped that bitch on so we'd have a little bit of cover.
I just know so many guys' boats. There's like we've gotten checked by game warden, like, and I was watching my buddy like, you have nothing on this boat.
Yeah, no life vests.
Literally asking for, you have none of the stuff is on this boat. You know what I mean?
No,
it
we
barely
have
started, and we don't have anything.
The first aid kit's a big one. I should have had that. I did end up calling the trip. She's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, let's put the rods out, like the bite's on. Let me just see, and immediately hooked up again. Fish bit the hook, and I was like, that's the universe saying we're done. I was like, let's go. I want to get this thing cleaned up.
Our friend Kayla, so her dad, he's a commercial fisherman, but that's who got her into fishing. He's been fishing his entire life, and they were out, I think it was last year or the year before, but it was when that flesh-eating bacteria was real bad, and he hooked himself while they were out there fishing and ended up in the hospital and like almost lost his hand from that bacteria that's in the water.
Drumfish are slimy, nasty, stinky. They're disgusting.
They are so fun.
That sounds like fun.
And like when you hear that thump, like the vibration,
it shakes the boat.
Oh my god, they're amazing.
Yeah, and
I definitely want to try drum fishing.
But it's cool because you're catching these giant, hard fighting fish 200 yards from the shore. Like you're in 10 feet of water. Like it's like the time of year where little boats can go catch giant fish. Yeah.
Well, this time of year, down by the Bay Bridge Tunnel, so down in Virginia, that's where we'll go. And I think I had just gotten back from my fishing trip in Wisconsin. We were doing salmon and steelhead. I think it was the day I got home, and Kayla texted me, and she's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Nothing. Just got back from Wisconsin." She was like, "You want to go catch some drum?" And I was
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And she was like, all right, we can take my boat, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, why don't we take my boat? Like, it's a little bit bigger, like, just, just in case, like, because it was supposed to be super calm, like, whatever. But I was like, I don't mind. Plus, she had to work the next day. I didn't. Mm-hmm. So, literally, we leave my house, drive 4.5 hours, fish all night until 4 a.m. She had to work the next day. So, literally.
Jesus.
But it was a freaking blast.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she hooked up to a shark because she was about to get spooled, so she ended up having to cut the line. But, like, fished all night. Came home and she went to work the next day, but it was worth it.
That's hardcore.
They're fun.
That's hardcore right there.
They're fun.
I mean, get fish all night and then go to work. I've done it before too. You won't catch me doing it very often now. Yeah. That's for sure. I'm like, no.
I mean, we have not done it since.
Yeah,
but it is
and super
Cobia
fun
down there too. Cobia is a lot of fun.
Yeah, and they get those just off the beach in Ocean City too, right? Like a couple miles.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen them floating. Like just. Loafing around the surface.
They're fighting too. I mean, like they'll freak out as soon as you get them to the boat. So like they fight hard too, especially the bigger ones.
Yeah, that's how drumfish are. Like you'll be pulling it in. Sometimes they'll run real hard immediately. Most of the time it's like a big heavy fish, and then when it sees the boat, like you're not netting it right away. It's like wait till it sees the boat, then it's going to be game on, and you might have that 2 or 3 times, and then it'll give up. And that's what makes it fun.
Yeah,
but
I love that.
Yeah, I'm glad Pam got to experience.
Do you guys ever find yourselves like nerding out like guys do? Like, I gotta have the best tech on this boat. I don't even know if I need that. I'm gonna buy it. I'm just gonna get it.
Yeah.
Do you have spot lock on your boat?
No.
No? Do you want it?
I mean, I want a lot of things.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, for your boat, it's probably $7,000, $8,000.
Yeah, like I want radar. I did put side scan on last year. So during the fall bite into like the winter bite, you're watching for birds, and sometimes it gets real rough. Like, and you're trying to use binoculars while you're like rocking back. So I got those setting binoculars. So like, of course I want a lot of things, but do you need it?
Yes.
Now you can understand where men are like, do you need that? You're like, I don't need it, but
you do.
So now you find yourself in that same boat. Like, I don't need it.
I need radar. Like after, like,
especially with how rough it was when we went out in Tiki Lee's.
If you have some fog, a radar would be a lifesaver.
There was the one day that we went out, when that one winter time. It was so far, you could not see, more than like a foot or 2 in front of you. It was bad. So we kept hearing the foghorn from, some huge, one of those big like shipping container ships or whatever in the channel, because we were fishing like the edges of the channel. Kept hearing it in the distance, and it would slowly get like closer. Finally, we're coming up. We're about to cross the channel. And it's like a freaking skyscraper. And we're like, well, there she is. And we had to run it real quick out of there.
I got anxiety.
And then finally, so the fog lifted like later that day, and we saw how many boats were out there. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. We've been around all of these boats all day and like had no idea.
I have anxiety just from that.
It's crazy. I know when my buddy first got autopilot on his boat, and I said something like, oh, do you like the autopilot? He's like, I'll put autopilot on a John boat from here on out. He said, I cannot live without it.
I wish the autopilot on our boat worked. It does not work. It's there. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't do all the mechanics to the boat, but it doesn't work. But we have radar, and that's a game changer. Side scan. Huge. It's a world of a difference.
Seems the most important part of this whole game. Other than just fishing, it's learning the safety.
And knowing. And around here, we had this conversation, oddly enough, with Pam the other day. I'm like, if you boat in the Delmarva Peninsula area, like you're a good boater, like you're a good captain, because we have so many different. The weather can change at the drop of a hat. Every tide, the weather changes. It could be flat calm to like 3-4 footers. As soon as the tide shifts, the wind picks up all of a sudden.
You literally have to be prepared for anything.
You do, and it's like, oh, it's going to be calm today. Well, one, marine forecast is never right.
No.
Never. It's like mostly wrong. So you're betting there, and then you had to be ready for different things. And then plus, there's shoals everywhere around here.
Where we live, where we hunt for duck hunting, they don't even fucking mark shit. But if you don't know there's an old pier there, you're just going to hit it.
Yeah.
It's not even marked.
Not to mention the summertime, and then you have all the recreational, boat drivers out there that don't know the rules of the road, and it's like should be mandatory. Like it's crazy some of the stuff that I see out there, or like if someone is like tubing or whatever, and like how fast these boats
in the channel. Stop tubing in the channel.
It's like it's idiotic.
And they come down from like Pittsburgh where they see the ocean or big bays once a year.
Yeah, and like you don't have to have your license if you're a certain age. What is it? I think it's like
65 or I think it's.
Well, if you're born in like 78 or something like that.
And anybody born after that year has to get it still.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have rock walls that are just underwater. Like if you don't know, you're just going to hit it.
Oh, there was a diver down flag that was up, and so, we literally were out on our boat and we see this boat, had no idea what it meant. We were like,
oh my god!
What, waving
our hand,
trying to we were like, what the fuck are you
imagine
doing?
That haircut.
What are you doing? That's someone is in the water right now. Yeah, literally. Oh my god, we were out after the air show. We went to the Broken Oar, and we're walking on the dock, and I don't know, it was like slow motion. It's the second time that phone's been in the water. The first time was when I was on the boat, or on my kayak snakehead fishing. Just dropped it, and it was like there were so many opportunities for me to try, at least attempt to try to grab it, and I didn't, and it just went right into the water. But and I was like, well, I got to get it. I was like, how deep is it? And Dave was like, I have no idea. And so I turned the boat on to just see the depth. And I was like, I think it's only 6 feet. I think I can get it. So I thankfully had a bathing suit on, but I had to go underneath of this boat. So I told Dave, I was like, make sure if anybody parks next to me, there was this open slip right there, they know I'm down there.
Yeah.
I did get it. I had to monkey it with I felt it with my feet, and I handed it to my hands, and I got it. But it's the second time that phone's been in the fucking bay.
I watched a kid do that.
And it works. It works.
I watched a kid do that to his parents' phone at Paradise Grill in Delaware. We pulled up next to them. And the kid was leaning over, playing on the phone, and bloop. And the dad was like, what the fuck? Same thing. He just got in and went down there and got it. That nasty ass, muddy, disgusting
and
water.
That's the worst part is because you have to feel with your feet, and I'm like that. I hate the bottom of the bay. I hate it so much.
It's a crab down there.
I'm sitting there trying to feel around with it with my feet, and I'm like I know.
Sand.
And I was
right in the
I was like, I don't want to feel it and then smush it into the bottom. So I'm oh my god. But yeah, no. I think iPhones. They can be submerged up to a certain depth for 10 minutes and be. Yeah. It was still on.
I had that happen at a restaurant, but I was the one that got the phone for the other girl. She was like, lost cause.
Kayla got in. She took her weave off. Got in. It was
took her weave off.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, I did that, and then the girl she walked away. She was like crying. She was like lost cause, and I was like,
no, we can get this.
It was up to mid thigh. I was
okay.
We got it.
Yeah.
It's fine. I got in, got her phone. She paid our whole tab. We were with a group
That's
of
pretty
6.
awesome. Yeah. I know iPhones.
Thankful,
iPhones can last in a hot tub for about 12 hours. I do know that. We were
from experience.
We were hanging out one night, and just a bunch of our friends sitting in the hot tub, and the cup holder is like over the filter box. Well, her phone was sitting there, and we lifted the lid, didn't know it, and it went in between the filters in the water. Next day, buddy comes over. He's like, "You know where Aaron's phone is?" I'm like, "I don't know." And we're like calling it, and I was like, "Is it in the fucking hot tub?" Yeah.
You think it would be like in the overheating mode?
No, it's ringing in the hot tub. We lift it up, and it's just wedged down in between the filters underwater. Yeah, he picked up, still worked, no problems whatsoever.
Oh well, I was filming because I was out there fishing, so it was still recording when it fell off the kayak. So I literally have a video of like it falling. Like, I think a turtle went by, a fish went by, you see my foot, like, and you see me, like, touch it, and, like, I freak out because I'm like, what is this thing? And then you see me, like, pulling it up out of the water and, like, my face, and I'm like, whoa, like, cause it was still
fucking
recording.
Nemo swimming by.
Oh my God, it was so funny. I'm like, thank God. And I think I had gotten it, like, the day before.
So we're like a little over an hour. We're going to wrap it up. What do you want to plug?
All right, fun dad. Damn, just kill the fucking vibe, bro.
When can people
wrap this the fuck up?
When can people or how can people donate? Anything like that? Is there anything like that you want to share?
Yeah.
So right now we have a raffle going on. It's a 4.5-hour smallmouth trip with Kayla at her with her boat guide service, and then a rod from Jamie from JLS Rods. It's worth $400. It's a custom rod. I think there's about 18 spots left, $25 a spot. Once we have 40, we're going to run it, and whoever wins.
So those are your two raffles.
We are going to be putting together some, we have a basket from Life Med, the med
That
spa.
one's worth $500. I just picked that up the other day.
Yeah.
And then I know, so a good buddy of ours, JD Selfox, so he owns Canyon Candy Tackle, which is all a lot of offshore stuff. It's crazy. So actually I was down in Costa Rica offshore fishing and brought some of his lures down, with us just to give to the guys that we were going out with on the charter there. And they just sent me, this was 2 years ago. They just sent me a video on Instagram of them landing this giant tuna with one of his lures.
That's awesome.
And so I was able to send the video to him, but I know he's going to be hooking us up with some gear for potential basket that we're going to put, because we want to put together a fishing basket with some stuff in there, some tackle, whatever. And then a good buddy of mine, Kevin Cook from Outdoor Pro Shop, he's an FFL local to the Pasadena area. He's one of our sponsors, so I know he's going to put together a few things. So we have some stuff in the works. And then when is the
July 11th, we're doing a big raffle night at Tavern in the Quarters in Bowley's Quarters, Maryland. So, I think we'll probably set up around 2, 3 p.m. and then hang out through dinner. People can put in raffle tickets. So we also have Jamie's sister made us a big Orioles raffle basket. So we have the Orioles one, Life Med, and then we're probably going to make 2 raffle baskets, actually buckets. So we they built buckets. Donated buckets for us with our Poor Girls logo on it. So they'll be in those buckets.
Yeah.
So we have those, and then we're going to be just walking around with 50-50 boards. We actually just did a 50-50 that was mostly just on Facebook and word of mouth. It sold out within a week, 100 blocks. Actually, one of our sponsors won it.
Oh.
He won. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. So he was I owe you for the sponsorship anyways. I think he bought in for the $500 one. So he was just give me half of the winnings or, buy in the other half for my company for the sponsorship. So July 11th, we'll be doing the buckets.
And if anybody's interested in just sponsoring or not wanting to participate necessarily in the the raffles or the buckets or things like that, they can contact either Sarah or myself on social media or, whatever that, what I mean? We're pretty flexible.
So make sure you share any links or anything people that on our way can do that.
Yeah.
Then we'll make sure we push it out because, we know some people. We know some people. So I will say you guys should check out Not Lucky. This guy, if you're obviously you're into fishing, he's in Savannah, Georgia. I'm going great white shark fishing in August with him. He tags great white sharks. He runs a fishing charter for veterans. So
nice.
Cause he's a veteran himself. So he actually did a show with Kale, spring break ish. It's phenomenal. If you have a chance to listen to the show,
What's his name?
Jimmy Armel, not lucky, but incredible story. And he has an incredible nonprofit, but he's a big offshore dude, or just really any kind of fishing. But now I'd like to share it with his community as well. Yeah. Because you never know. But because of that, a lot of Kale's community, the Barely Famous girls, are big supporters of that stuff. So if we can get you guys a couple raffle spots filled, that's what we'll try to do.
Because that one sold out so quickly, like within a week, we're probably thinking about doing another one just to help. But yeah, if anybody even, like, you don't even have to buy in for like a sponsorship. If anybody wants to donate just to put their own company name out there, like we'll put a t-shirt, in one of the raffle buckets, something like that.
That's freaking awesome.
Anything is helpful, especially like, we're not just doing this for ourselves. Like, we want everybody else to benefit from it as well. Like, and it's also, through our sponsorships.
It's also a breast cancer like charity. So like the big picture really is to raise money for that.
Yeah, and that's another thing is like the fee, once all of that is covered from like donations and sponsorships, whatever we make over as a team, we're making a team donation for breast cancer. Like it just goes right towards the tournament. Like nothing's being pocketed. Like everything like is covering our tournament fees, and then it's just a donation for charity afterwards.
Yeah, that's awesome. And what's your team name?
The Brackish Babes.
The Brackish Babes. I like that. I like that. All right, so make sure you follow the Poor Girls Open when it happens. End of August, right?
So the White Marlin is the first week of August, and then the Poor Girls is the following. So
I believe the fishing days are 13th, 14th, and 15th.
Okay. Yeah. Is it out of Sunset? Or Ocean City Fishing Center?
Bahia Marina.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Fishtails.
So I know they do a lot of live stuff on Facebook.
Yeah. I'm going to try to get down there one of those days. Fridays, you're fishing Friday. Or you're fishing
Thursday. But if weather is shit, we're set to fish on, Friday's open for us.
Will you guys be there Friday, Saturday?
We're going to be there. Yeah, I think I took off Wednesday, Thursday. So like we'll be down there the whole weekend. Yeah. We're going to make like a little trip
I have football starting. Well, practice on Thursday, but I might try to get down there like a Friday or Saturday just to come hang out or something like that. That'd be cool. Tom will be down there. He'll be down there already. Yep. So because he lives at the beach.
We'll send you, our social media and the Venmo and all of like our sponsorship page and our logo.
Okay.
Because I've been emailing anybody and everybody, like big on like mostly like fishing companies. I was like, that'd be pretty cool if we got like Ugly Stick, like just something cool. I actually emailed Avail.
I was going to say you should reach out to them.
I did.
So I have his email address.
Okay, I've just looked at the one on the website.
Yeah, I have his real email address. Maybe I'll share that with you.
Okay,
and you can just send him an email.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's super responsive. Too.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man. Then you never know. Maybe you guys win or at the scales. Wouldn't it be awesome if you had the biggest tuna or something?
Would be bad.
You guys would freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
Holding a big check.
I would freak out with any tuna. I love tuna fishing.
Yeah, it is the best. I always tell people you think you like catching fish until you fight a big tuna.
Yeah, my husband and I were down in Costa Rica for our honeymoon, and we just fished. We fished 3 days.
That's awesome.
We did 2 inshore, 1 offshore. He got a rooster fish inshore that's mounted in our living room.
That's awesome.
A badass fish. And then we went offshore. We each caught a sailfish. I brought mine to the boat. His got off, unfortunately. And then we got 3 tuna and ended up bringing back 50 pounds of tuna from Costa Rica.
That's awesome, man.
They were badass.
Yeah, that's super cool. All right, you want to take us out? Something fun?
Hey, thank you for listening to another episode of Doodads. For all the ladies listening out there, please jump on the Poor Girls, what's that page called? The Poor Girls Finder?
Poor Girls Open, and there's a pinned post for the Poor Girl Hookup.
Poor Girl Hookup, get on there, find you some fishing friends, and this is an easy way to get into fishing. If you're a guy, get the hell out of the way, drop your ego, and let these women learn. Go fuck yourselves.